Hey guys, it's Jay Ryback with another episode of The Calling. Thanks for coming back. So this week I wanted to talk about thinking bigger, thinking globally, thinking bigger than the box that we have already put ourselves in, and a little bit about how this developed for me. So, every year with my kids or even with friends, I would, travel. Usually in the summer, usually around Christmas, take some big trips. And as the years rolled on, with my kids, they would often say, oh, let's go back to Hawaii, or oh, let's, go back to Mexico, or some other place that we've already done. So I, tried to, make our choices wider, because I thought, well, gosh, why keep going to the same places? I want to show my children different places around the world. So one of the ways I did that is to stop doing repeat trips. It's not that you can't go back to the same place again, but why not make a new experience? So that was sort of one of the uh, rules I started making about traveling, and one of the other rules I made for myself is to make sure that I travel internationally every year. And so then sometimes those two combine, and it's traveling internationally and to a new destination every year. Usually, I'm trying to get that in as well. Um, and beyond just trying to see more places in the world, um, it really has helped shape a new global view for myself. Um, I went to Cuba, for example. It's a country that it feels like time has left behind. So many of the cars there are old American cars from the 50s. The male female dynamic is still very much of that antiquated time too. Um, but there was a gift in seeing this country that just had such simplicity. When we would go out at night, the people would all be in the streets, out dancing and having fun and talking. And the more that I spoke with them and figured out what was going on, it's like they don't have Wi-Fi. Like Wi-Fi is like such a rarity. So people aren't sitting at home like Americans watching Netflix or watching this YouTube right now. They're just out actually living. What a fucking concept, right? So it's such a gift to understand and see other cultures just at their best. People could criticize Cuba for its politics. They could criticize it for being, more behind. But sometimes the American way is not better, just because we have more cell towers and because we have Wi-Fi everywhere. Like, oh my God, people there were actually happy, and they were actually out being active and socializing and playing music and dancing in the street till all hours, and it was just completely different experience. Um, Most places I go, I'm finding like this great attraction at simplicity, this great attraction for a simpler time. People are more connected with each other. People are more connected with the earth, with planting their own food. These are the things that I'm also experiencing in my travels to Costa Rica. This is why there's great permaculture going on there, where people are growing food forests and it's actually connected to where they're living, you know, as opposed to, here in Los Angeles, where we're paying crazy amounts of money to find one store that's all organic. Like, do you have any idea what things cost at Erewhon? But that could be grown in your own yard, right? Again, not things that I have been doing myself in Los Angeles, but it's taking me to go elsewhere in the world to actually broaden my own perspective. And this may not be new to you, but it's new to me, and it's extremely attractive. So um, there's so much more to talk about, but I just wanted to give you a dose and encourage you to broaden your worldview, broaden where you're traveling, what you're experiencing, going off the map, not just experiencing what the travel agent said, or what, comes up on Google's top 10 things to see while you're in Costa Rica, for example. You know, actually talk to the people, see what's going on. This is something that's really speaking to me, and I'm going to actually show you at some point in the series here too some of the interviews with some friends that I've made in other countries, and just I don't know, just really hope to continue this bigger global view, because there's just so much else going on in the world, and it isn't to be frightened of, and it isn't to be looked down upon. It's actually to be admired for countries that are actually just more plant-based, organic-based, people-based. You know, countries that aren't spending billions and billions of dollars on military funding and stupid things that we just don't need. Anyway, longer conversation, but thanks for watching. Travel internationally, broaden that global perspective. Oh, and just as one little tiny note too, I'm actually changing my handle, which makes sense for my more global perspective. So now it will be JRY World. So big exciting news. Make sure you update your following. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.